he said he will not be intimidated into withdrawing from this process. He's getting support from the White House and numerous Republican senators. They're standing firm, even as new accusations arise. Yesterday, a Yale classmate told the New Yorker that Kavanaugh thrust his privates in her face during a dorm party freshman year. But Republican senators like Chuck Grassley and Lindsey stories of suffering are just a Democratic ploy to upend Kavanaugh's nomination. And coming up next on World News Tonight, hear how Kavanaugh is responding tonight in an interview with him and his wife.
A youth pastor at a Lake Oswego church is facing some serious accusations tonight. Investigators say they tried to have sex with a 14-year-old girl. The pastor also helped out recently with teaching marching band students at Aloha High School.
How do you know that they could have been
Haii's
first?
live outside Mountain Park Church in Lake Oswego, where suspect Ryan Mushler is a youth pastor. So, Bob, how do police say he met the alleged victim?
Well, they say Muchler and the teenage victim are connected to different churches, but they met at a church camp this past summer. Police say Muchler sent that teenage girl disturbing text messages.
Beaverton police say the teen parents spotted the text allegedly sent by Muchler and contacted police, who took over the conversation, which eventually led to Muchler suggesting sex, according to investigators.
It came out that the person had desires to have some sort of sexual relationship with this 14-year-old girl. After that time, we knew that there was going to potentially be a point in time where the two were going to meet. We weren't going to let that happen.
So I first became a Christian when I was a junior in high school.
In a video I found posted on YouTube 2 years ago, Ryan Muchler describes what he calls his dark past in his childhood that led to his calling as a church youth pastor. Muchler also spent more than 2 weeks starting in August helping marching band students at Aloha High School twice a week. The district says Muchler passed a background check and ended his association with the program once he was
He's
arrested.
always going behind the TV, Grandma.
Muchler has since been released from jail pending his next court appearance October 10th. Muchler is married. I went to an apartment in Beaverton where he lives. A woman behind the door said they had no comment. In the meantime, late this afternoon, the senior pastor called me and said that Muchler hadn't been with the church that long and that every church worker, including Muchler, passes a background check, as did Muchler in this case. Live in Lake Oswego, Bob Hott, KC News.
Thank you. The suspect in a Beaverton police shooting is now facing weapons charges. Here's a previous mugshot of Anthony Shaner. A grand jury indicted him on Friday. About 2 weeks before that, police heard reports of a man holding a sneaking along Beaverton Hillsdale Highway. When officers encountered Shaner, the situation escalated and police grand jury indictment lists those
After my
officers
son
as
leaves,
victims
because we're
along
going
with
to do
the
homework
store
together.
employee.
That's why I'm not doing
Shaner's
homework
still
right now.
in the hospital, but he'll be arrested once he recovers.
Also tonight, armed and dangerous. That's how police describe two men they say are involved in a home invasion and robbery. And at this hour, police have not yet tracked down those men. K2's Reed Andrews is live for us in North Portland with a story. And Reed, people in the neighborhood were told to stay inside.
That's right, and they were looking on from their windows for hours as police covered this area. What brought them here is the getaway car.
I thought that was near where I used to live.
Driveway, and then those suspects got out, hopping over a fence, and they weren't seen again.
A heavy police presence throughout North Portland.
Woke up this morning really early to...
It's near where we used to live, remember the apartment?
Police say two men, one armed.
Remember the apartment we used to live in?
On North Foss Avenue.
That's near there.
The man showed him their gun and took off.
Yeah, I know the map from Google Maps. We used to go on Google Maps at school.
Why the family was targeted.
On the Chromebooks at school. And I would look up
this family had backup.
So they were apparently trying to get into our house through the front door, and my dog scared them away. And then after that, we got a phone call saying,
"Aw, you little doggy."
Police say an officer located the suspect's stolen car. That had pulled into a driveway. The officer didn't approach the suspects right away after reports that one of them had a handgun. Instead, he asked for backup, and before it could arrive, police say the suspects made a run for it.
Just knowing someone's still out there is really scary.
They were going through all the backyards, telling everyone just stay in your house.
Police set up perimeter, fully geared up as the Special Emergency Response Team looked for the men. After 6 hours, the search was called off. Police say they looked everywhere, but the suspects got away.
We don't really see too many strange things happening on the streets here, but I'm going to make sure and have all my doors and windows locked for sure.
Now, according to police, the victim in this morning's home invasion was not hurt. I reached out to Portland police to see that while they had this perimeter set up in this North Portland neighborhood, if there were reports of any other homes that were broken into by the suspects. They say that wasn't the case. They just don't know exactly where those suspects headed to. We're live in North Portland. Brady Andrews, K2 News.
Two cities where you're most likely to get your car stolen. Plus, a new report about millennials and why some say they're killing marriage.
Okay, fall officially started on Saturday, but we have summer light weather again back in the forecast. How long does it last and just how warm will it be? We'll see.
And next, Dave, a new focus for the Drug Abuse Resistance Education Program, or DARE, what officers are adding to the curriculum amid a growing national crisis.
This week, Supreme Court showdown. The nominee's accuser set to testify about her sexual assault allegations. Where the negotiations stand. Plus, what's next for Rod Rosenstein? World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
I became a teacher to help kids realize their potential. So it breaks my heart that Oregon has the third worst graduation rate in America. I'm a Democrat and I voted for Kate Brown, but she's failed our kids. Kate Brown doesn't deserve another 4 years. Newt Buehler is an independent problem solver. Newt will take the best ideas from both parties to improve our schools, solving the pension crisis, investing in classrooms, and ensuring our kids are job ready. Newt Buehler will put Oregon kids first.
The pain would like shoot up my heels. I would tiptoe out of bed because my heels hurt so badly. When I went to the Good Feet store, I had a free consultation and free fittings. They allowed me to try on the arch supports. I walked around and I started sobbing because I had no pain. There were no gimmicks. It's just try them on. If it doesn't work for you, then don't buy them.
See if they work for you with a free fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Dick Hanna Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram includes a free lifetime warranty with every vehicle. Lifetime warranty covers your vehicle for life, and you can service it anywhere. Right now, lease a 2019 Jeep Cherokee Latitude for $99 a month. Join us during Jeep Adventure Day. Find out why Dick Hanna Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram is Oregon and Southwest Washington's #1 non-vehicle quality service and a free lifetime warranty. Dick Hanna dealerships. Believe in nice.
It's 2018 and Rose rights are under attack again.
Rose's rate is being threatened, and Newt Buehler says that abortion access is a big problem.
Newt Buehler against protecting the right to a safe abortion.
Buehler's with an extreme right-wing group, and even cases of rape and incest.
Planned Parenthood PAC of Oregon says Buehler has promised to restrict access to abortion. That's all I need to know. Women can't trust Newt Buehler to protect our health care.
Hi. Do your dentures come with a guarantee? Oh no, dentures don't. But this thing did. Melts away love handles or your money back.
I'll be right with you. Okay, let's try something.
Hi. Do your dentures come with a money back guarantee? Absolutely.
Did you hear that?
They already know.
At Aspen Dental, we're a different kind of dentist, with dentures starting at $3.99 per orange and a money-back guarantee. Schedule online or call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
I worked at my father's produce stand growing up. I worked at Safeway to pay for college. I've taught at WSU Vancouver for 23 years. We've held 34 town hall meetings. People really feel that Southwest Washington has been ignored for the last 8 years. They're concerned that they don't have access to affordable health care, about the rising cost of prescription drugs, and they're very concerned that Congress is going to start looking to cut Social Security and Medicare. That's why I'm running. I want to fight for you every single day. I'm Carolyn Hall, and I approve this message.
Welcome back. For decades, the DARE program put officers in classrooms to teach kids about the dangers of drugs. Now that program's getting an update to adapt to the opioid epidemic. Officers know the epidemic is so widespread now, even young students may already see its effects in their daily lives. The people behind the new DARE curriculum hope they can contextualize those experiences and let students know they have support.
We let them know that we understand what the addiction's about and what they're going through. I think that's a huge part in just building their relationship with the kids, letting them know that we understand what their family members are going through and what they're going through as a child of an addict.
This is not the first time DARE adapted its program to reflect problems of the time. In 2016, DARE reworked its curriculum to emphasize bully prevention.
1 week from today, several Washington State troopers are adding a new piece to their uniform. For the first time ever, they'll introduce these bright pink badges, bringing awareness to breast cancer. They plan to wear them throughout the entire month of October. One trooper says they paid for the badge.
The following segment is sponsored by Pacific Office Automation.
Well, by now, most kids are several weeks into the school year. They probably settle into a routine. But what if they have nowhere to go when that last bell rings?
K2's Angelica Thornton introduces us to today's leader in learning who's been giving students a home away from homelessness for nearly 3 decades.
Good morning. So when are you guys going to move? This is how every day starts at the Community Transitional School in Northeast Portland. Kids get off the bus and Principal Cheryl Bickle greets them and asks questions. Hey, did you move, Crimson? Yet? Oh, you haven't moved, okay. Good morning. Today there are 80 kids in the school, but that number changes often. Most of the students are homeless, living in shelters, cheap motels, or crashing on couches.
Actually, we have some kids who are camping underneath the bridge, and some kids are in their car. Okay, everybody get right down to your work.
Bickle was the first teacher hired when the school began in 1990 at the Portland YWCA, and she helped build it into what it is today. A safe haven for at-risk kids from all over Multnomah County.
You have to believe what you're doing now is going to enable you to have a better life.
CTS gives students from pre-K through 8th grade the tools and the judgment they face in traditional schools.
It was really hard because you can't make friends.
8th grader Jada landed here in 3rd grade. Until then, she'd been to 7 different schools.
In some schools, I'd only stay for like a week or 2, and then I'd have to leave to go to a different school.
Now she's a top student who tutors her classmates and looks forward to high school and college. Ask her teacher, Jennifer Kokenauer, if she's proud, and she can barely get the words out.
It's a great place to live. And if you really believe that,
it's everything this leader in learning hoped for when she started helping just a handful of students 28 years ago.
I feel like I have had the very best job ever.
Ow.
When's Jace gonna come over? Because we're gonna do homework together. In case any of us needs help, so I stop using my calculator. We might start doing homework every day. I don't know. This is like a tryout for me because I haven't done homework with someone else, one of my friends, since 5th grade, because I did something I shouldn't have in 5th grade when I was doing my homework with my friend Talia. I stopped doing homework. I stopped doing my homework that day. And I went to play. Why should I have done that? I don't know. I was sick of homework. But that's no excuse. He said he was going to play Fortnite for a little bit before he came over, so. And he might not be coming over. If he doesn't come over, if he doesn't come over before mom comes, then I'm just going to. No, bro. Please. Break up slime. Did that myself. Why is it so like the slime is sweaty? Like putting glue on. But it's not hard. It's perfect slime. It is perfect slime. Because I did it without my mom. Because I did it without my mom. That is the best thing I've ever said. Is anyone here? Is anyone even here? Because if not, I'm just going to end the stream. I'm going to check my computer for hidden comments. Because I'm a hacker. Totally a hacker. No internet, but it's secure. Disconnect. Connect automatically. Connect. Please. Be connected. Tick tock, 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 tick tock. Oh my god, Dark Dragon, leave me alone, you creepy. You know what? Turn on manually. Okay. Turn on. Please connect. Connect. I dropped my sock in the trash. Don't want to feel that way. It's kind of important. It's kind of important. September 20th. No thanks. Yeah. To I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm the most bored person on earth right now. Participants only job. Okay. Sha-la-la-la-la. Then I lose my mind. Sha-la-la-la-la. It's not me. That's me. Then I lose my mind. Dancing every night. Singing sha-la-la-la-la. Kiss me but she's mine. Then I lose my mind. Dancing every night. Singing sha-la-la-la-la. Then I lose my mind. Singing sha-la-la-la-la. Tell me now what I love right now. What makes it beautiful? Oh, look. I love this video. I'm just waiting for my friend to come over so we can do homework together. Because he wanted to play Fortnite for a little bit. And I told him to text me when he starts coming over. He lives right down the street from me, so. He's in 6th grade, but we're on the same bus. I made a new slime. Really sticky though. It farted. I was torturing Omar with that this morning. I was like, Omar, the slime is sticky. I'm a mess for your love. I'm a mess, I'm a loser, I'm a hater, I'm a user, I'm a mess. You. I don't know. I don't get that. No. And I crash and I break down. Your words in my head, yours in my heart. You put me up and then I fall apart. I can't sing for that one. You can turn it on. Be a good machine. And that's what you need. Me and everything. But I'm running, and I bleed when I fall down. I'm only human. First when I break down, words in my head, yours in my heart. You pick me up and then I fall apart. 'Cause I'm only human. I'm not singing for that one. I'm bored too. What? Wait. What was that? What was that? My channel. Where's my playlist? No channels, no discussion, no. About right during November 1st, 2016. Almost 2 years I've been a YouTuber. Videos. Let's see what my first ever video was. My first ever video, really far down. To scroll forever. 1 year ago. My first video was 1 year ago. And it was a singing video. My most popular video, probably that one. Yeah. Kurt, so tiny. Cuddles and Logan. Hi. I'm just gonna start doing homework. Turn off the blue light. If you knew what is so bad in my closet, said the truth. Mm-hmm.